Stop. Stand still. And simply be. Now, as you probably know if you follow me at all, I step into slow in various different times, in various different places. If you follow me at all, you also know that I have a real deep, we'll say, preference for natural environments. You know I love trees, especially in forests. Not to take anything away from the more individual trees around our neighborhoods, our cities, or maybe small groves in little parks, as I'm in now, because they too long for the forest. Just feeling into that, I feel I'm being taken to the forest now. So I ask you to join me, even if you hear some background noise. It's okay. There's no excuse not to do slow. Because if you notice, you also hear birds chirping. Hope you can hear that. There's a beautiful, warm breeze blowing. Cute little lizard just crossed my path. I can see it in my peripheral vision. So imagine you're with me and this tree in a forest. As we stop, stand still, and simply be. Breathing in gratitude for this tree, for this place, for you, for me, for we. Gratitude for life. It's impossible to breathe in too much gratitude. So breathe, inhale, inspire liberally. As we simply be this evolving heart-shaped tree. Breathing in gratitude. Letting go as we exhale. Remaining in this beautiful stillness as you continue to simply be with me, the tree, as we continue to simply be in gratitude. I invite you to step into the step of the practice. Look and see. See with every part of your being. The sight, ears, your hearing, feeling the breeze, even feeling the texture of the trees and the leaves if you wish. Maybe feeling the little lizard stepping across your bare feet, tickled in the process. Isn't it beautiful that we can be present to what is or appears to be, and present to whatever we imagine, whatever we bring to the picture we are a part of, even if we don't see ourselves. If we look closely enough, there we are. I ask you not to think about this, just be with these words, be with these concepts, be with this place, be with this beautiful vision. Be with the peace that accompanies this practice. With all of your senses, your intuition, bring it all to the table, if you wish. Be present in whatever way, and every way if you wish, that works for you in this moment. And as we remain present, as we can continue to simply be, as we continue to breathe in gratitude, not thinking about it, just allowing it. Breathing in gratitude. Breathing out, letting go. I invite you to the third step of the slow practice. And as beautiful as this place is now, as this vision, this view, this appearance is, I invite you to orient to a new place. A place your purpose is pulling you to. A place where your purpose is asking you to be true to who you are. Wherever that is for you. Feel free to join me in my orientation. Feel free to feel into your own. Remember too that you can come back to the practice, and I encourage you, I invite you to come back to the practice at any time, on your own, of your own invention, of your own pure intention. So, if you wish to just be here with me completely, then just follow along and come back to the practice in your own completely creative way whenever you like. So whichever you choose, I'm orienting myself sight-wise to a very interesting place. To me, in Marin County, California. And where I'm standing now, I've actually never been. This little park that I did not know existed. That sits on a little hill, a little knob, a little knoll that rises just above the Marin County Civic Center. Designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. So I won't go any further into those kind of descriptive words, but just so you know where I'm coming from and where I am. And so you have a sense of my delight in finding this place. I mean, I knew about the Civic Center, and I've been fascinated about it for years, and have been to it many times, never knowing about this. Never walked to the 4th floor of the building, all the way to the end. I was here today for jury service. And I was excused as a juror, and I thought, I took off this day for this. Let's explore. And so, in this moment of this iteration of the practice, I'm orienting myself from this place I already oriented to, inadvertently, not knowing it was here, and being delighted at finding it, in the magnificent trees around me. I'm orienting myself now back to the building, but much more importantly, more profoundly, I'm orienting myself, my purpose is pulling me to just a deeper appreciation for design. Now, I love design. So to go deeper in my appreciation is like, can I really? Can I appreciate it more? Of course. Of course I can. And in this particular moment, I'm appreciating the specificity of the design here. The fact that Frank Lloyd Wright, I mean, just one of my favorite architects of all time. And I'll admit, I couldn't rattle off a lot of different architects. I just love design. I guess I don't love it enough to learn everything about all the designers and architects. So, okay, I'll admit that. But I am a designer myself, an eco-designer. You can learn about that. Reach out to me if you're interested. And Frank Lloyd Wright was an architect who really appreciated nature. Doesn't mean his buildings look like nature, but they honored it in many ways. And one such way is to include a park like this. It sits slightly above the building and looks over it, and it's just wonderful, magnificent. And so I'm orienting myself to this building as a symbol of my desire to deepen my appreciation for design, for architecture. And it is indeed very much purpose-oriented for me because, as I said, I'm an eco-designer. An eco-interior designer is a big part of the work I do in the world, along with my coaching, both my two loves. No, of course, my wife, my number one love, and then these two wonderful loves of my life. Ecological design. I'm a craftsman as well. And being a life purpose guide. So this is very purpose oriented for me. I'm very much being pulled by my purpose. I'm 100% sure I was pulled to this particular place by my purpose. And so now I will step into the fourth part of the practice, the fourth step in the practice, and I hope you will join me. The walk step, which is all about being myself, being yourself. So if you're here with me now vicariously, just following along and enjoying this adventure, allow yourself to trust that somehow, some way, just because you are here, just because you're with me, just because we're walking together in this vision, I should say along this visionary, purpose-paved path. That's really the only kind of pavement I like, is purpose pavement. And it usually looks like dirt and leaves and twigs, sticks, nature all around, and sometimes beautiful buildings. Trust that even now, even if you're not a designer and maybe you don't have a true appreciation for architecture, or not a coach, whatever. I trust, I feel it, you feel it, that somehow this walk that we're taking together is every bit as relevant and purpose-driven, purpose-pulled for you as it is for me. It's not about thinking how that is, feeling it, trusting it, believing it. Thank you for joining me. Happy trails. Walk your why and design an amazing life.